tired of that. I will definitely never get tired of that. I'm trying to get it to like the exhaust. I'm trying to get you guys to hear the exhaust. Check this out. Like, let me see if I can. It doesn't work that way. Oh, did you guys hear that? I hope I got that pop. I'm gonna go to another spot because I really want to be outside as I vlog this, and it's way too windy right here at the beach. This exhaust pops so good. I hate that I can't get it on camera for you guys. It's not too loud. It's so much quieter here. So there might still be some faint wind in the background. I can't get rid of it also, but it's a lot better than it was at the beach. Well, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. See that little sexy car right there? I just realized I'm matching with the car right now. A lot of you guys have been asking exactly what I've done to it, and pretty much a lot of just questions that I've covered time after time after time, to where why don't I just do a walk around of my car of everything that's been done to it so far. And I'm gonna go ahead and to let you guys know exactly how much did something cost, if I got it new or used, and pretty much everything else in between. But I'm not gonna talk about like what kind of oil I use, because that's just basic maintenance. So I guess let's just go ahead and start with the exterior. For right now, and keyword as I said, for right now, I have some Avid AV20s, 17x9, 35 offset. Ignore the dirty rims. White rims are really hard to keep clean. Here, actually, let's go ahead and do this. Like, I did a list real quick on exactly what I've spent on it. So, my Avid rims, when I first got the car, I really wanted it. The first thing I did was lower it with some Eibach springs, and then I ended up just putting some reps on it. I got lucky. I only spent about maybe 550 bucks with tires, and with the rims and street tires, regular street tires. I got them both new. The manager at the store just wanted to get rid of them because they've been sitting there for such a long time. Then when I got my Sumitomo tires, I started looking into some budget performance tires. I spent maybe $380 on those, and they perform great. Like 225 by 45. At first I did rub, but after I got my coils, I rolled the fenders, and pretty much just adjusted the dampening. Like, I don't rub anymore. I can drive the car hard without any rubbing. Occasionally when I hit a random dip when I'm driving, yeah, I'm gonna get the rub from the back two tires, but I mean, it's nothing too serious. So I'm not really worried about that. Next, my TEIN advanced coilovers. They have 16-way dampening onto the car. The main reason why I decided to go with TEIN was because I did not want to spend about $1,000 on some Buddy Club or some K-Sport or BC. And nothing wrong with those coils. They're amazing coilovers. It's just that I'm on a budget, thus this car being a budget build. A lot of the things that I've done to this car, I didn't spend a lot of it. Majority of it, I bought it used. And if I bought it new, it's because I got a good deal on it. The only thing I spent a lot was on my clutch. I'll go more into that when I get to that part of the video. I paid maybe $560 with like 2-day shipping, and it was at my door within 2-3 days. So I couldn't say no. And then I heard really good things about these coilovers, and I love them. Like, I wouldn't go back. I'm pretty sure there's other coilovers that are a lot better than these ones, but for coilovers if you're looking for coilovers on a budget and you want something with dampening, get these ones. I highly recommend them, but you do have to reuse your top hats, but that's something else. Another thing I've done to the suspension is I have front and rear sway bars. I did an install video on that months ago, and the difference is so dramatic to where I feel how I'm turning. I know that's really dumb of me to say, but I got those, I think I got them both at the same time. I know they sell the rear ones for about 180, 200 bucks, and then they sell the front ones for about 120 or so, give or take. So you're pretty much looking at around over 300, 320 around right there for both of them. Again, I contacted the seller on eBay, and I got this around 240, 250 because I kept telling them, like, I'll buy it if you give it to me for this. A lot of people won't get away with this. I just got lucky. I ended up paying about 240, 250 for them brand new, and I can tell you straight up, it is a huge difference. It is night and day with front and rear sway bars. The car is a lot more precise, and it actually handles a lot better, which is what they're supposed to do. A lot of people were telling me, why didn't I go with Progress or Progressive Progress? You know which one I'm talking about, the rear sway bar. But I mean, it was just one of those things where I was on Eibach lowering springs, so why not get Eibach sway bars? And I mean, I ended up loving it. I'm not gonna change them, I'm gonna keep them actually. So, shit, I love them. Next thing, my exhaust on the car. A lot of you guys are asking me, what exhaust am I running? You can't really tell from it. Let me see if you guys can get that on camera. Natami? It's pretty much an N1 style rep exhaust. That's just the muffler though. My original exhaust was an Invidia Q300. I spent $150 from the catback to the exhaust tip. $150, I bought the exhaust used. That's why I'm not afraid to cut into this exhaust, because I got it for such dirt cheap price that I know I can resell it for more, which I actually did. Before that, I had a Skunk 2 exhaust and I didn't like it, so I went back to stock. I sold that one, and then I really wanted something that could let the engine breathe a little bit better than stock, so I went with Invidia Q300. There was nothing wrong with the exhaust. I loved it. It's just that I really wanted something a little bit louder. By the end of the day, it's just piping, and plus I'm not boosted, so I don't need a 3-inch exhaust right now. Speaking on the exhaust, the header that I'm running right now, I am Catless, and I am running a 1320 race header. I got that off of eBay for about $300. They usually go for about $350, around right there, but I pretty much reached out to whoever was selling it, made them an offer, and we just kept going back and forth. We met somewhere in the middle, ended up paying $300 new for that. The cool thing about this header is that it comes with a high flow cat, and it comes with a test pipe. It's not really a true high flow cat, it's more of a filter. It has like a honeycomb design in the inside, but it doesn't look like a high flow cat when you're trying to do inspection. So you won't pass inspection here in California. I already tried, so I ended up just going with a test pipe and whatever. The only difference for me was pops a little bit more, and you can smell the fumes more, but I mean, I pretty much got used to it, so I don't even smell it anymore. And I bought that new. The next thing I bought new was actually my Skunk 2 intake. A lot of people were asking me, why did I go with Skunk 2? To be honest, because I got it for dirt cheap. I really wanted to get a hybrid racing one. But the one thing that was keeping me from getting a hybrid racing was the battery relocation, to where it's all the way down to the bottom, and it just wasn't convenient for me, especially because I have a subsystem. I have subwoofers in the car, to where I was gonna have to find a way to Evo. That's an MR because that's an automatic. I was gonna have to find a way, or pretty much extend the power that connects the amp to the battery, because it was going to go even lower. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go through that trouble. And then plus, let's say if I have to help somebody jump a car, I personally haven't seen anybody with the battery down there try to jump a car, because it's like an extra, what, like a foot underneath. I don't know, you guys know what I'm trying to say. So I didn't see that convenient for me. So what I ended up doing was I actually follow Skunk 2 on Instagram, and I got this intake on Black Friday for about 220 bucks. I believe they go new around 300, 320, around that ballpark. They posted a Black Friday special on the website, and then they actually posted the first 40 or 50 people that use this code on Instagram. You get an extra certain percentage off. So I ended up getting a brand new Skunk 2 intake with everything included for about 220 bucks. I got it shipped within 5 days. And I ordered that on Thanksgiving, so the day before Black Friday. So that's why I actually went with that. I don't regret getting it. Another thing that I've done in the engine bay, other than the intake, was my engine torque damper. I bought the engine torque damper for about 80 bucks. I bought it new. Again, I was on eBay and I saw it, and I kept haggling with the seller back and forth until we met somewhere in the middle. Got it for $80. It helps with my wheel hop. It helps me shift a little bit faster, which is weird because I did a before and after. This was way before I was even into YouTube. I felt a huge difference. I do recommend getting an engine torque damper. Just look around. I don't remember the brand that I got. If I do, I'll put it in the description. That's pretty much all I've done to the engine, other than maintenance and suspension. I believe that's everything already right there. My clutch, that's something I did not cheap out on. I bought the Exedy Stage 1 clutch, Exedy light flywheel. I ended up also getting hard motion CMC and their slave that goes with the CMC. I ended up spending about 800 bucks for all 4 parts from hard motion. That's something I didn't want to get used. Obviously, you don't want to get a used clutch. I looked everywhere for like deals, discounts, anything that I can do to save a couple bucks. The clutch feels amazing. I did a video on that already. CMC, within time, I heard clicking from the clutch pedal, but it ended up just going away, so no biggie on that. I can shift faster from first to second without a problem, but from second to third, I still get that bad grind every once in a while. I don't get it all the time. I think it has to do with the synchros. I'm not even gonna bother looking into that until something breaks into it. So for right now, I'm chilling with it. It freaking drives amazing. For the exterior, I didn't really do much to it. All I really did was get headlights, a front lip, and red emblems. With the lip kit, it is the S204 lip kit. I bought it off of eBay, again, 40 bucks. Really easy to install. I did an install video on it. The headlights, I want to say these are H1 minis with 5000K. They are retrofit. I ended up paying about 200 bucks for the headlights, and I mean, they look amazing. They make the car look more aggressive, and they work. Like, I don't have any issues with them. I do have a small leak in the passenger side, but I already bought the sealant. So all I really got to do is just bake the headlight, open it, seal it back up, and then put it back together. So that's not a big deal. I'm just been really lazy on doing that. My emblems, on the other hand, they're not real, they're fake. I spent about 45 bucks for the front and rear. The reason why I went with fake ones is because I have buddies here in Oxnard that have gotten their red emblems jacked. So I didn't want to take the risk. So far, nobody's has stolen mine. Maybe because they saw that they're fake, but I mean, to me, it's not a big deal. I'm gonna eventually get real ones later down the line. But for right now, these are chilling for me, no big deal. They still look good. Oh yeah, I also have, I forgot to mention this, quick release. About 25 bucks for a pair, eBay. Oh yeah, another thing, a lot of you guys are asking me, where did I get my kit from? My pretty much body kit around the car. It came with the car, guys. I bought it used, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. So I don't know where it came from. I personally don't know if it's a rep kit from eBay or if it's the legit one from Honda. I don't know. I don't really know how to tell. But as you can see, it's falling apart because I don't know how to take care of stuff. See? So I do need to fix all that within time. So in reality, I haven't really spent stupid amount of money. Oh yeah, and I also have a tune. I'm custom tuned from Dardan Tuning from San Diego. I Am Danimal hooked me up and told me to go with him. I actually got a dyno tune for about 250 bucks. And he hooked it up. The car's pushing 212 horsepower with 150 some foot-pounds of torque, somewhere in that ballpark. It doesn't seem like a lot. 212 horsepower is not a lot, but on a front-wheel drive Honda that's not that heavy unless my big ass is in it, it feels really nimble and agile with it. Plus, Dardan explained it to me, the car has a lot more mid-range power than it did earlier. So without the tune, you have your rev hang, and you also think of it like a roller coaster where it's going up. You don't get your full power all the way to the top. Now I get my full power right here. So and it just keeps building from there. So instead of going like this, it goes like this. I get a lot more power mid-range. So it's a huge difference. I highly recommend it. Why I went with him versus VidTuned, because VidTuned takes way too long. Nothing wrong with VidTuned. I know people, and I've heard of people that have waited months to finish getting tuned, but still have to go to a dyno to see what numbers they're pushing. Versus a dyno tune, 250 bucks is not a lot for a tune to see how much I'm pushing. So I went with him. I wasn't looking to push high numbers. I was looking to make my engine healthy and to make sure my engine's running healthy with the 3 mods I have done to the car. Intake, header, exhaust is pretty much the basic bolt-on you can do to any car with a tune, and it changes, it's night and day. Like, I highly recommend getting a tune if you guys are just on a base map. Talking about tuning, Honda. I bought Honda for about $450 used. I took a chance, and luckily the guy didn't screw me over, and that's pretty much how I did it. I actually bought that used from Instagram. I reached out to a couple guys that were on the Honda pages, and they were selling some, and I bought it off this guy from Florida, and pretty much that's how I ended up with Honda. I didn't want to buy it new because it's not a real difference. The only difference is if you new from used, you're taking a chance of it being locked than from unlocked. Unless you know for a fact that it's unlocked, save yourself a couple hundred. I think new is like $690. So $450 versus $690, it's no brainer. That's pretty much everything that I've done to the car so far. I'm not done with the car yet. I still have a lot of ideas that are running through my mind. I'm gonna wait for this train to pass by. I just wanted to do this video for you guys, that way you guys can see how much I've really spent on the car, and just for me to explain, you don't have to buy the high quality parts. Like, you don't have, like, I don't want to say cheap out, but I don't want to say ball out, you know what I mean? Like, go what's within your budget. That's what I did. Maybe in the future I'm gonna spend a little bit more, a couple $100. I'm not going in competitions. I'm not really tracking the car. I just like having fun in it, and that's what it's doing for me right now, especially for a daily driver. Like, it's, to me, it's perfect. Like, front wheel drive, 212 horsepower, wheel horsepower. It's not bad. And plus, when you push on it, it feels great. A lot of people were asking me how much I've spent on this, how much I spent on that, and that's why I made this video for you guys, so you guys can actually see and get a good feel of how much I really spent and why I spent on it. Why didn't I go with a different brand? I'm pretty sure I covered all of that for you right there. If I didn't, I apologize. Just ask me in the comment section and I'll get back to you guys on that. But guys, come on. For a Honda, it looks pretty good. Like, it looks good. And I'm happy with where it's at right now, but I'm not satisfied. I still want I still want to do more to the car. Little by little, we'll be able to get there, and I really want to take you guys with me on what I really want to do to this car. If you know, you know. If you don't, then just stay tuned. We'll go ahead and see where life takes us. I feel like everybody has to get brand name. Like, everybody has to get Nikes, everybody has to get Adidas, everybody has to get the new Jordans. I'm just talking in general, to where when it comes to car parts, a lot of people have to spend brand names to get the most out of their car. But if you're having fun, you're having fun. Do what drives you forward. Like, that's why I don't get when people say, oh, why didn't you get this? Why didn't you get that? Why didn't you spend the extra $200? Motherfucker, because I didn't want to. And plus, it wasn't in my budget. A lot of people are in different circumstances to where you don't know where they really are in life. That's why, like, there's different reasons why people drive a Honda. One, that's all they can afford. Two, they love it. Like, that's pretty much, it goes to any car out there. You can either afford it or you love it. Like, that's the bottom line, no matter what it is. If you really think about it, that's what it is. You either love the car or that's all you can afford at that time. Nothing wrong with either or. Just understand that it doesn't matter what car you drive out there, it just matters what kind of passion you have behind it. And that's why I want to share this experience with you guys. So I just want to say thank you guys for all your support and love and everything you guys been showing me on Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I have a couple of you guys hitting me up on Facebook. That's badass. So thank you. What's the date? April 10th. I've had this car for about 2 years. And little by little, I did little things to it to get to where it's at right now. Let's see where we're at next year. And to pretty much end it on this note, this is my budget build. So, just want to let you guys know that. I'll see you guys in another video. You guys have a good day. Stay classy. Peace.